But I
Well,
mean,
yeah.
as far
Well,
as your
someone.
career wise, it's the same. It will be the same, the end result, right?
Well, no, not
It'll be the
necessarily,
end of your
because
career.
this sexual misconduct in this instance would be really bad, but it's something where it's like you could move forward and engage more healthy, and people can bring it up, sure, but as long as you're not repeating that pattern of behavior, you should be fine.
If
So
13 or
it's
14 girls came forward and said Destiny sexually had sexual misconduct against them, you think he would continue and be fine?
well, the sexual misconduct isn't necessarily like unwarranted touching or rape or anything like that. It's more so just like the kind of conditions that they're in. Like
You can get
it's like
specific, but I mean, you realize
it's
that
well,
the internet is
it's like
not going to be specific. The headline is going to be
okay. So
14 girls and Destiny would be done. Right. It
here's
doesn't
how I would
matter
explain it.
the specifics.
Here's how I would explain it is if a boss engages in sex with like their coworker or like and so their employee, yeah.
If the boss engaged with sex with their employee and then everyone in the office knew about it and then you purposely put that employee to be berated by everyone over it is the actual analogy. And you think if 14 girls or however the number was that Max was telling everyone that he had, you think his career would have gone on to be fine if that turned out to be true?
Yeah.
I think that's insane.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are able to move on with their
Do you
career.
think there would be any damage at all to his career?
Oh, there definitely be damage, but you can move on. Yeah, it's not it's not nearly on the same level as like actual rape or some shit like that. Like this isn't even close.
How much of Vosh's career do you think is damaged? Do you think he could move on?
Yeah, even Vosh can move on from his career just fine. In
Do
terms
you
of
think he'll
having
grow?
no, not growing, but in terms of having his maintained audience and being able to make money right now, yeah, he's fine.
Do you think Destiny would grow if 14 girls came forward in the Destiny report?
Yeah, no, probably. It kind of just depends. I don't think it'd be as likely. The difference with Vosh and him, for Vosh, it would be more so there is a previous sexual aggression where like he was much more like I'm gonna rape you kind of shit, where he was much more sexually aggressive, while Destiny's is more so kind of like it's more of like a imbalance in the relationship overall. Like if you are the main streamer that like the person you're having sex with can grow from, um, there is inherently like an unequal kind of relationship there.
Okay,
So yeah, yeah.
just for the record, Destiny's about to hit 1 million subscribers at some point soon. During this report, he was substantially lower. Between now we're at 1 million. Would you call that damage?
No, but you have to keep in mind people don't really trust Mr. Roll. They don't respect Mr. Roll. So, and
It
most
doesn't
of
matter. It doesn't. If
most
14 girls came forward credibly and painted Destiny as a sexual abuser, do you think he would reach 1 million subscribers today? You think he would get on Lex Friedman to debate Ben Shapiro, Jordan Peterson?
well, wait, are you taking out Mr. Grohl out of the equation with this one or not?
Other people, if the report came forward, other people would probably pick it up, right? Mr. Girl went on a press tour. Chud Logic read it. Everyone was aware of it. No one found it credible, so it didn't go anywhere. But if by
Well,
chance enough people did get behind it,
first of all, hold on. I want to tell you right now, all the things in there is like stuff you can find. So all of it's true. So
okay,
it is credible in the sense of factually all those things that happen. Now here's the difference is the perspective and how people view these things because either they were engaged with them as an orbiter or they were an audience member and they view this in a much more sympathetic, empathetic light. So they can tell all the narratives they want about why it's excusable to leak Anna's basically suggest your community go to Anna's kiwi farms, and then later she gets doxxed, and you can excuse that for like previous behavior, but that's still like an objectively horrible thing to do, regardless of how crazy the person is or how bad a person has been repeatedly. Like, I wouldn't suggest anyone go dox Nick Fuentes because he's a Nazi or anything. I wouldn't really feel bad, but that's still a bad action. Yeah.
Okay, so we went over, let's see, Brittany Simon. You think if someone could produce that clip for you, then you would concede on that. We went over Vosh. Pretty kid gloves during the Poppy situation, and somewhat justified after they affected his career on Twitch.
To be
Nick
clear on
Fuentes
that,
was justified.
to be clear on the Vosh one, the problem is that they both engaged in really bad behavior. It's still a mark on him for engaging in certain behaviors that were really bad. Like my
Can you point to
criticism
one
is,
behavior that would be bad in his
well,
handling of
again,
Vosh?
the community doing him encouraging his community to fuck with his website is definitely.
I don't know if that. I've never heard that before, but is that the only
Oh,
one that you
also,
think?
there's dehumanizing language that I really hate that like marks like someone's character for me. So, for instance, I have like sort of a moral principle where no matter how much I hate the person, I never really want to wish them harm. I think there's this weird thing where people are like, he'll watch a Vosh clip and like Vosh will say something kind of smug and against Destiny, but it's not. It's kind of like not near on the level of dehumanizing that that Destiny will do. So Destiny one time remarked something about his earlobe, and he's like, "I wish he died from that ear infection." It's kind of just it rubs me the wrong way when I see a lot of that kind of behavior, and he was like dead kind of serious. I don't know, like it
I
kind of
can't
tells me something
remember
about the
what that was in
person's.
response to. I feel like what he was
It
responding to probably matched that energy. But
no,
if your only critique is that he's mean, then that's fine. I mean,
well,
that's
it's not that he's mean; it's the dehumanizing. It's more than it is. It's not just mean. You could be mean to somebody and be like, "Yeah, you're a fucking idiot. You're spicy, you're retarded," stuff like that. And sure, like to a degree, that can be dehumanized. But when you're actively just saying, "I wish this motherfucker died. Here's how I wish he died. Oh, this motherfucker should kill himself. This person's basically worthless, and they should kill themselves." He's directly said that in the song as well. That's another level. I'm like, okay, this is a tier of character at a certain point. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
Can I suggest something? When we're bantering, maybe saying spastic retard isn't as I mean it's funny, but it's not as productive as I think. I don't know. I know the level of conversation right now
Sure.
isn't good,
Yeah.
but like yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Well, I'll try to refrain from that. I mean, I'm
okay.
about to get off anyway, but I'll try to refrain from that in the future.
It is
Okay.
funny, but like I think it. Yeah. No, I'll shut up. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's fine. That's fine. That's understandable. Um.
Um,
Yeah.
and then, all right. So, and the final recap: Nick Fuentes justified, Max Yu see somewhat justified. It's really his behavior around these bridge burnings that you have an issue with.
It's a behavior of, in summation, I think it's a behavior of dehumanization and villainization that I just don't see on the same level from people like Mr. Girl or even Hassan, which is surprising enough because I know Hassan treats him with a lot of bad faith. But there's moments where I feel like Hassan has mostly tried to ignore him and not try to engage with him, mostly because um, like he just doesn't feel like it's a good,
Do you think that was
healthy
for some
engagement.
altruistic reasons or for
No, no,
some
no, no,
virtuous
no.
reason?
Well, it's a double thing where he's. I think he is trying to not like engage in that behavior that's not does. I think he realizes that's not good for him, but he also will get demolished in every sake of the word by Destiny. But um, I think he does try as as morally reprehensible his views are. There are moments of sincerity that I see in Hassan where I'm like, okay, it does seem like he's trying to speak about something that he believes in, and even if it's like at times really morally reprehensible or retarded, there's a level that he'll engage with people where it doesn't feel like he's just writing them off and he's really willing to be like completely dehumanizing. I don't know. It's just that's the vibe that I get. Even with Vosh, like I know Vosh has definitely done that before, but he doesn't do it nearly as much.
All right. I've mostly just kind of picked holes at your argument. If I had a little bit more time, I would probably lay out my counter argument. But I'll just say I think Destiny mostly matches people's energy. He has a very clear line that you don't talk about his wife, you don't talk about his child, and you up until recently you can pretty much say whatever you want, and he'll probably still engage with you on some level beyond before he nukes you from orbit for some reason that would probably be a lot sooner for most people. Lately, you see him trying to curb that inclination, which I think is where a lot of this rubbing the wrong way that a lot of people in the community have, where they're not used to seeing him push back to such a degree. But overall, I think he's mostly responsible. Yeah, okay. Thanks for the conversation.
Sure. Yeah. I guess parting words is I just don't get that vibe from him. I think he does whatever he wants on an impulse. He reacts to things a lot more harsh than he should. I think he is quick to dehumanize if he feels he needs to, which is a bad pattern to get into, not only for your internet career, but for in real life. Some of his tweets regarding Palestine, even though I can kind of see why he would pick Israel over it, there's moments where it's like, dude, people are dying. Why are you like just treating it as a big joke? Just, I don't like it. I don't trust it. Yeah. That's it.
All right, guys. Emery, I appreciate you kind of sticking that out. Even if I don't necessarily agree with you, I think your stamina is to be commended. That was impressive. I hope everybody here involved had fun. I think we're gonna close this down. I have assigned a couple different people in the Discord to be a debate moderator. So if you want to set these up, you can talk to them. Unpatched has it, and a couple other people now. If you want to do that, please let me know. It doesn't give you any other power but to be able to create these spaces, so don't think that I'm giving you any kind of mod. But yeah, so
I have one last thing.
Sure,
None of these personal spats I have with these people are personal. At the end of the day, I'm just critiquing a content creator, harshly, to be honest. But even with someone like Doomer Media, I'm willing to actually have and that's part of why I was frustrated with him early on, is I actually do want to engage in a good faith conversation. I don't always appear that way, but that is my intent.
all right.
If he wants to have a conversation one-on-one in the future, politely, I will be happy to do that. Anyway.
All right, then I'm gonna end this stage, and everybody have a good night. All right, bye guys.
For another time, maybe.
Yes.
I guess.
I'm down, but whatever you guys.
Yeah,
are feeling.
dear Seven, we should have more than one